Guys, make sure you're following us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
It massively helps us out. Enjoy the episode.
You obviously mentioned it earlier. You went to Man City QPR.
The Aguero moment.
Right. Did you stay?
Of course I stayed.
You had to stay.
And did you?
What do you mean?
What did I stay?
They were drawing at
Okay,
that point.
forget
The game was still
our side of
going.
it.
Yeah.
But did you? So when that goal goes in, as QPR fans, are you a low key a little bit like, oh my god, or are you disappointed?
Did you?
Because obviously, I assume looking back at it now, it's different to when you obviously felt it in the moment.
Sure.
Yeah. To add on Theo's point, did you know that you were in almost the golden
Great point.
moment of the Premier League as you were there?
I couldn't care less about that.
Oh,
like,
really?
at that moment in time.
Yeah.
So for people that don't know, QPR went into that game, and importantly, off the back of a home win where Djibril Cissé, who I met bizarrely a couple of years ago, and was just waiting to bring it up to him, and he didn't really care. But, but anyway,
Such a Cissé thing.
yeah, it was devastating. But we beat Stoke City, which put us above Bolton, and it meant that Bolton had to beat Stoke in their last game. We had to not. They needed to win, and we needed to lose, I think. But what happened was, obviously, like the game is madness throughout, right?
Yeah.
And like again, people forget like the Jamie Mackie goal, the Cissé goal, like, and the mistakes that were made there, like for us to get those goals with 10 men. Joey Barton, we forget that as well. Like Joey Barton trying to do whatever he does, and
Joe Barton doing Joe Barton.
doing Joe Barton, exactly. So my main concern was us staying up, obviously, and so as the minutes go by and we're 2-1 up, I'm thinking, and this is the horrible thing, and we've all had this. I'm at this end, the game's happening down your end,
Yeah.
so I'm like, you've got no understanding if the ball's going this way or that way, and somehow we keep getting away with it more and more and more. But all I cared about was us staying up. Unfortunately, my best friend is a Stoke City fan and doesn't care about football apart from Stoke City. So although the entire world is watching those two games, he's watching
What
Stoke
a guy.
Bolton,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
Perfect.
I know, absolute hero. So I knew I could pick up so I'm like panic. I'm like losing my mind. If anyone's seen me at a QPR game, they will know that I can't contain myself, especially a game like that. So it went to 2-2, and I went, shit. Sorry, I don't know. I swear.
Yeah, no, you can, absolutely.
No. All right, okay. And anyway, so I just go, I don't care about this game. I want to call my friend Craig and go, is it over? Is it over?
So you're one of them guys in the crowd that spreads the news?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
Man. And so I raced down into like the middle bit. I was right on the aisle. And I'm just going, is it over? Is it over? Like, because I knew they were winning or drawing. They were drawing.
Right.
I was like,
And a draw keeps you up at
And a
that
draw
point.
keeps us
Yeah.
up. Is it over? Is it over? And I just heard him like go, yeah, it's over. And I'm like buzzing with that. And then I literally just went to tell my dad. And like, you just hear, what? And the goal happened.
Really?
So you saw it?
So I saw it, but I was like paralyzed emotionally
Yeah.
by the fact that we're safe, but I haven't expressed that really yet. Like there's just too much going on.
Wow.
And Aguero scores that goal, and you go, we're safe. I don't care.
Yeah.
It was crazy. What is so unique about that game is that both ends of the pitch, every fan in that stadium was buzzing.
Yeah.
Everyone
I
was
just
fine.
gave me goosebumps.
Like, there's not a single person who left that stadium not absolutely.
The
Because
best
you've
possible
stayed up.
outcome
We've
for both
stayed up.
City
They've won the league
Yeah.
for the first time in their history.
So
We're walking to the
juxtaposed,
station
isn't it?
afterwards,
Like-
and it's happy days.
Yeah.
It's only a couple of days later, maybe even a couple of years later, where you go, "We're 2-1 up there." But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Is it one of them ones where you look back at it now, you sort of like, you know it happened, but you can't actually remember seeing it and witnessing it and feeling it? You now look at it on TV, and that sort of is your memory of it.
The new
That is a
version.
shame, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that, those things do happen. I think the Aguero goal, yes. The Jamie Mackie goal,
Remember
no.
that? Yeah.
Oh, because we're defending for our lives, and we take off Clint Hill.
Clint
All praise
Hill,
be
oh
to
my
Clint Hill,
God.
one of the greats. And we put Armand Traore, remember him?
Yeah.
So he goes on, and he's like a left wing back, and anyway, I think we just like clear the ball with 10 men, and then you kind of, so you look here, and you see, oh, there's loads of space, and Armand Traore's got the ball, and he's just like pushed it in front of him because they're trying to get the winner. And then you look across and you see Jamie Mackie running this way, and you're going, no, well, cross it. In your head, you go, cross it. And then he crosses it, and then you see the ball come over. And if you watch that goal again, you can tell all Jamie Mackie's thinking, just head the ball down.
Yeah.
And he does, so much so that it's what probably makes it go in. That is, because no one really shows that goal that often. That is right. That's there in my mind.
Yeah.
Like,
Which goal are you talking about from that game?
Yeah. Everyone went mad.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing with all of this stuff. A bit like earlier in the summer, the Germany game. I don't think any England fan truly allowed themselves to go, this could be our day. So when Sterling scores that goal after 70 minutes, and were you guys there?
We were there.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Were you not there?
Oh, you're not there?
No.
And there's... Sorry. And the
I
fans,
still experienced
fans
it.
were starting to get a little bit antsy. They're shouting for Jack Grealish. Obviously, I think he came on before the goals, right?
It was celebrated in the pub that I was in. It was
Yeah,
like,
we celebrated as well.
Grealish is here. Yeah.
So then when Sterling scores, you just go,
It's one of them ones, wasn't it? It was like, you look to your side and you're like, hang about. We actually might do this.
Yeah, we're beating
Because I went into the game being like, we're not going to win.
Germany.
Yeah, we're not. It's Germany, like the inevitable. But then it's like 1-0, and then when the
Muller
second goal went in, it's like, oh mate, the Muller miss.
Yeah, no,
That was the most. That's probably the most I've celebrated.
Yeah.
When Muller missed that.
But that's when you
missed by an inch.
I was down the other end, so I didn't see it as well.
Oh mate.
But at
went
that
berserk.
point, you think this
be our day.
actually is our day.
But
That
always
goes
to
in.
yourself.
Yeah,
Never,
yeah.
never like it's like.
Oh, no, we were-
It's only when the second one goes in that I
Yeah.
go, oh, this
It's
is
a disbelief,
done
isn't
now.
it?
This is
Oh,
done.
that if we were to lose that game, that Muller shot goes in. Right, in my mind, like, when that
Yeah.
goes in,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, we go on to lose.
That was
this
probably the
now,
best
but-
England game I've ever seen
Oh,
because it was so like absurd.
such a release.
Yeah,
Such
but
a release.
it's like when we got the second one and we think the first one we might do this. When Luke Shaw scored in the final, we turned to our mates and go,
It's too early.
yeah, I know, but I know you're not allowed to.
Yeah, 3
You have to
minutes
stop
of-
yourself from doing it, but there's still part of you like, we are 1-0 up, and then it keeps going.
Yeah.
The game keeps ticking, and you're like,
Yeah.
we are still 1-0 up here.
Yeah, and we defensively in that first half we were great.
Yeah.
We were really
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it was.
Because there is when you concede that goal, you do go, okay, let's just keep
Yeah.
ourselves together here, and we were, and we got to half time. I was like, we just need a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Second half, we just need a clean sheet.
That's
So
all
when,
it
when
is.
Pickford saved the pen, because
Oh,
Jorginho
no.
scores and we win, and you think it's over. But when Pickford saved it, you're like,
It's back on. It's back on the table.
no, I thought this is it.
Oh, really?
This was like, this is our
Oh.
define. Like, this is one of them moments in life that is going to be like, this will define us winning the final.
Yeah.
And then obviously we didn't.